It's been a while since I made a video. I've been sick for a few weeks, so finally getting back out to it. Didn't find a whole lot to sell this week, but figured I'd put some content out anyway. Saw a safety razor, but you know, it's brand new. I might would use it, but I've got one already. Digging around in the pins, trying to find something I might like. But all I found was a X-Acto blade. When I took it up to check out, the guy said, "Oh, just take it for free." But I still gave him $1 for it. So nah, I don't mind giving you $1 for this little blade. It's always handy to have those around. And head to my next one. So I find something interesting here I haven't seen before. Yeah, it glows. So it's some kind of Vaseline glass. And it glows just on the bowl part. It was only $2. So you can't go wrong with that. $2 for a stem. You can't even get it for that, you know, at IKEA for just a regular old cheap one. Here's some old Legos, look like they're from the 70s. I kind of recognize a few of the blocks in there, but the big platforms are cracked and broken, so you know they want $10 for the bag, so I just put it back. I totally would have paid $10 if it wasn't broken. And here's laser discs. Unfortunately, these don't really sell for a lot. Here they're asking $2 a piece, so it's almost worth it. Some of these just to have for display or wall art, you know. I didn't end up getting any of them. Yeah, these places, video games are almost always high priced or overpriced. And tons of sports ones too that have almost no value at all. I find something kind of cool here. It's a pretty good card game, The Great Dalmoody, for kind of a party game. And it's $2. I know I can get probably $8 profit on it, so it's easy to ship. So it's like free money sitting on the table, a free $5 bill basically. And there's one of the cheap knockoff little NES minis. Well, a real one would be worth some money, but so cheap ones you find at the flea market. And this one they had an estate sale, but they brought it into their place of business. Looks like they had some pretty high-end stuff, and they just wanted to take it to their place of business instead of selling it out of the house. Little Murano glass clowns. So I see some stuff in the corner. And yeah, it's uranium. It's glowing. It's only all those that were chipped there, but this little syrup pitcher was only $10. So I grabbed it, and I saw salt and pepper shakers up there. The lids weren't in good condition, but $6 for the pair. I know I could probably double or triple my money there. Easy to ship, can go first class. They're so light. And here we go. I was pretty excited about this one. Yeah, it's glowing. That's Vaseline, uranium. I recognize that it's Hobbs and Brockuneir. I can't know how to pronounce it, but it's Victorian. And I always run my finger around the edges to find chips. And yeah, I did find a chip, which is unfortunate. I gladly would have paid the $35 they were asking for it full price, but since it's chipped, you know, I took it up there. I said, "Hey, did you price it realizing it was chipped?" And they said, "Oh, no, we're sorry." And they only charged me $20 for it. So I took it home. I'm not going to try to resell it. I'm just going to put it on my shelf and display it. A beautiful piece of glass for $20 from the 1880s, you know. And this house had a ton of milk glass. And my mom enjoys milk glass, so ended up texting her and picking up a few pieces for her. I found a DuckTales crayon. It's hard plastic. But if the label wasn't ripped, I absolutely would have bought that. And this is the wrong color green. It's a darker green, but I figured I'd try it out. So it wasn't anything I was interested in. I love looking for vintage Halloween. I didn't find anything too old though. I did find this little pail from the 80s. Kind of like this blow mold type pail. And they are only asking $2, so even though it's so bulky and hard to store, but I don't know, I couldn't pass it up for $2. And here's some of the little glass that my mom was interested in. Picked up a few of these. Taking a picture to send it to her. Let's see which one she wants. And here's something I spotted that I've never seen before. It said Super Soaker on it. Vintage Super Soakers from the 90s can sell for a lot of money. But this one doesn't look like it's 90s to me, and I did end up looking it up, and it's around 2004, 2005. It's a Tiki Volcano Super Soaker, and in good condition they can sell for $50, but yeah, I didn't bother with it. It was in pretty sun faded. So the little stem here, I couldn't figure out what it was or a price on it. So I'm not sure, but for $2, it couldn't go wrong. Now the syrup pitcher kind of surprised me. It looks like there's people buying it. They'll pay with shipping. They'll pay around close to $50 for it. I don't think I'd get quite that, but you know, that's definitely worth $10. And then the little Hobbs cheese, I think it's called a cheese plate. It's people were paying with shipping, keep in mind, around $75 for it in perfect condition. This one is sort of like the one I have, but not exactly. So for $20, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. So all in all, not a lot to sell this week. Mostly I got stuff for myself and for family. So yeah, can't wait for next week. I've already got my eye on a few things on the estatesale.net app. So I'll see you then.